Hey everyone, so today I'm going to give you some ideas on how to save money on makeup. If you're passionate about makeup like I am, then it can get pretty expensive over time because you're always wanting to try out different brands and different products and new things that are coming out, so it can get expensive. So today I'm just going to give you some ideas on how you can save a few dollars here and there, or a few cents here and there, depending on whether we're talking about drugstore makeup or department store makeup. So let's start with drugstore makeup. One way that you can save is cut those coupons. Yes, it's kind of a pain in the neck to do it, and you have to go through them occasionally and check the expiration dates to see if they've expired, but it can save you money. What I usually do is I get coupons in the mail and I just cut those all out, keep them in a small envelope. If I see coupons in magazines and it's for something that I think I'm going to use, I'll cut those out and add them to my envelope. And then I'll just keep that envelope in my purse. And that way, if I'm out shopping, then I have somewhat of an idea what I have on me for coupons, and I can just pull that out before I get to the register and save a few cents. If you're going to buy it anyway, why not? Another thing you can do is stores that you know that you frequent a lot, check to see what's going to be on sale that week. Because if it's going to be products or brands that you're interested in anyway, then why not buy them now that week that they happen to be on sale? Another thing that you can do is, if you're not following the sales, is check those tags that they keep on the edge of the shelf. A lot of times many stores will just put a little tag right on the edge of the shelf so that you can see what's on sale or on clearance or whatever. Speaking of clearance, make sure you check that clearance section, because most stores have one little area where they have all their clearance things, and there are some huge savings in there. You may find things that you already love and you just want to buy it maybe in another color, and if it's being discontinued, you may want to stock up if you're the type of person that likes to buy a backup of things that they love. That would be a great way to get some big savings. Another thing you can do to save money on drugstore type makeup is know your prices. You can get a big difference in the savings from store to store. All stores are not created equal. For example, I took an item that a lot of people are enjoying right now, the Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush, and I found out what the price was at many different stores that most people shop at. And just to give you an idea, for that same item, if you buy it at CVS, Ulta, Kmart, or Walgreens, it will cost you $7.99. However, if you buy it at Target, it will cost you $6.99. And even better, if you buy it at Walmart, it will cost you $6.44. Now, that may not seem like very much of a difference, but if you're interested in buying multiple items in multiple colors and doing a pretty good size haul, then those small savings can really add up. Walmart is always going to be your best deal for full retail price on a day-to-day basis. So I'm not talking about things that are on sale or a deeply discounted store, but just a regular everyday store. Walmart is always going to have the best price, and Target is going to be a close second. You pay for the convenience of parking outside of a drugstore like CVS and Walgreens and being able to just run in and not walk through the giant store. That's a convenience, so the prices are going to be a little bit higher. And I didn't realize that in the beginning. I thought that the prices were pretty comparable from store to store, but it can make a big difference, especially if you're making a lot of purchases. Another way that you can save money is rewards programs. A lot of places have them. All rewards programs are not created equal. What you're looking for in a rewards program and what works best for you depends on the way you shop. For example, Ulta has a rewards program, but I don't really find that the benefit is that great. When I get my reward certificate, it just doesn't seem like I'm being rewarded that much for what I have purchased. That's just my opinion. Another rewards program that does work for me is the one they have at Rite Aid. You just sign up for the card, stick the little plastic thing on your keychain, and then every time you make your purchases, they scan that card first, and then every once in a while, you'll get some pretty decent coupons at the bottom of your sales receipt. So it's very convenient and handy, and those coupons can really add up, or they can actually be for quite a bit all at one time. CVS also has a similar program, but what you have to do with their program is you have to go in and scan your card, and then it will print out the coupons. But unfortunately, the coupons are not always for things that you're really that interested in. So I find that the Rite Aid one is a little more relevant to the type of purchases that I make. I think the best rewards program of all is the one that Sephora has, because it doesn't seem to take that long to accumulate points. And then when you get those perk products, you can either choose a 100 point perk or a 500 point perk depending on how long you save your points. But let me tell you, those 500 point product perks are really something special and worth a lot of money. And it's also a great way to try out things that you're not sure about. And then you can always go out and buy the full size later on if you enjoy the smaller sampler size. Free samples. That's another way that doesn't even cost you anything, is when you go to places like Sephora or regular beauty counters at department stores, a lot of times they will either give you a free sample or you can ask for a free sample. If there's a foundation, for example, that you're interested in trying and you're not quite sure whether it will work for you, don't be afraid to talk to those people behind the counter, because that's what they're there for. They are there to help you and assist you in any way they can. Ask them to do a color match on you to find out what is the best color for you. Don't try to do it on your own if you're really not sure. I think as time goes on, people do get better and better at choosing their foundation shades, but ask them for help. Ask them for a sample so you can go home and try it at home in your own lighting situation, or, under your own conditions where you may feel more comfortable. Speaking of department stores and beauty counters, a big way that you can save money on department store makeup, and you've heard me talk about this before, is the cosmetic company store. This is such a godsend for people who enjoy MAC, Estee Lauder, Bobbi Brown, Origins, Clinique, Flirt, Smashbox, and on and on and on. Estee Lauder owns so many companies or so many brands that you never know what you're going to see there. The last time I was at the CCO, which is what most people call it for slang, when I was checking out, they had all Tom Ford lipsticks lined up right at the cash registers. Now, I had already decided on my purchases and didn't want to spend any more money that day, but I would be very tempted to go back. Now, I did take a quick glance at them, and I didn't see any shades that would be what I'm really into right now. I'm getting more and more into more natural and lighter colors of makeup, and so more of the neutrals, I guess you would say. So I didn't see any colors that I would be interested in, but boy, if I had different skin tones and colorings, I would have been all over those Tom Ford lipsticks, because you can get such a great savings at the CCO. So if you have not been to one, definitely check it out. Most states have one or two in their state. Some states like California have several. So depending on where you live, it is well worth it. If you like Lancome makeup, Lancome also has a outlet type store in an outlet mall where they deeply discount the Lancome makeup. So check it out. Many outlet malls have this, and you can really get some great savings. Another great thing about these types of stores that are the more expensive brands that are in outlet malls is it's a way of trying out products that you may not otherwise have been interested in. I cannot tell you how many times I've been to malls and just walked right by the Estee Lauder counter and was never really interested in trying anything. So I was at the CCO and I bought those Estee Lauder gloss sticks that I did the review on and ended up going back for more because I absolutely love them. And if it wasn't for the fact that I was seeing them deeply discounted, I probably wouldn't have given them a second look if I had gone to a beauty counter at a major department store. So it's a great way of trying out products that you wouldn't normally try. So hopefully I've given you some ideas today of ways to save money on makeup, to indulge your passion, and that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.